In an arena fixated on glamour and continuous spotlight, David Jason pursued a distinctly different course. Across more than 5 decades, he meticulously built a substantial fortune, estimated to be in the tens of millions, through British television, voice performance, and enduring royalties, all while consciously sidestepping Hollywood stardom and blockbuster film roles. This accumulated success now permits him to reside far from public scrutiny, in a serene country estate in Buckinghamshire, enveloped by ample land, cherished privacy, and profound quietude. To fully grasp how Jason achieved both financial prosperity and a tranquil existence, we must first examine the career choices that fundamentally shaped his trajectory. David Jason, born David White on the 2nd of February 1940, entered the world in Edmonton, North London, under circumstances decidedly devoid of glamour or overt ambition. His twin brother's passing at birth, a somber yet formative loss, established an early, unyielding sense of realism in his life. Nurtured within a working-class household by his parents, Alwyn and Arthur, Jason grew up understanding a singular, core principle. Security held greater importance than aspirations. Following his attendance at Northfield Secondary Modern School, he did not immediately pursue the performing arts. Instead, he entered the realm of practical trades. For 6 years, Jason dedicated himself to an apprenticeship as an electrician, committing to a skilled profession that promised steadfast stability rather than fleeting excitement. By North American standards, his early career path bore a much closer resemblance to that of a manual laborer in the American Midwest than to that of a future television icon. This rigorous apprenticeship imparted more than just technical proficiency in wiring and tools. It instilled discipline, profound patience, and the critical importance of consistent dedication. These very habits would later prove instrumental in his considerable financial achievements. When Jason ultimately transitioned into acting during the mid-1960s, there was neither a triumphant sense of arrival nor any significant financial gain. His initial television appearance on Mother Goose in 1965, followed by subsequent roles in Crossroads and Do Not Adjust Your Set, yielded modest compensation and offered little in the way of job security. At this juncture, acting was simply another form of manual labor. Throughout the latter part of the 1960s and into the early 1970s, he toiled relentlessly, moving through productions like Hark at Barker to the clandestine world of Edgar Briggs and Lucky Fella. These roles steadily built his experience and professional reputation, yet financially, Jason remained in a state of living from one paycheck to the next. A significant turning point arrived in 1976 with the inception of Open All Hours. Portraying Granville, while not catapulting him to immediate stardom, it firmly established him within the landscape of long-running British television, an industry that inherently rewards perseverance over fleeting trends. Concurrently, Jason made a shrewd strategic decision that would subtly but profoundly alter his financial trajectory: voice acting. Throughout the 1980s, he lent his distinctive voice to beloved characters such as Danger Mouse and Count Duckula. In contrast to the precarious nature of on-screen fame, these voiceover roles provided a consistent and reliable income stream with minimal public scrutiny. In American terms, Jason had effectively secured both a regular presence on a network sitcom and a lucrative role in an animated franchise, all without the inherent volatility associated with Hollywood contracts. Everything coalesced in 1981 with the debut of Only Fools and Horses. As the character of Del Boy became a national phenomenon, Jason's earnings saw a consistent and substantial increase. By the 1990s, his reported fees for major series installments had reached an impressive £100,000 per episode. However, his true financial prosperity stemmed not from initial payments, but from the enduring longevity of the program. Repeated broadcasts, subsequent DVD sales, and international licensing agreements transformed the series into a perpetual, royalty-generating machine. While American actors frequently depend on a single syndication deal to define their wealth accumulation, Jason benefited immensely from a business model that provided ongoing remuneration year after year. Rather than experiencing a peak and subsequent decline, he strategically extended his earning potential through further successful projects like The Darling Buds of May and A Touch of Frost, a series that continued to air until 2010. By this point, Jason's income streams had become remarkably diversified. Royalties from television reruns, ongoing voice work, best-selling autobiographical publications, insightful documentaries, and live public appearances coalesced into a robust and stable financial ecosystem. Industry projections currently place his net worth in the vicinity of $10 million, with ongoing passive income reportedly approaching 7 figures annually in his later years. For an actor who never actively pursued Hollywood fame, deliberately avoided cultivating a celebrity persona, and consistently lived a life of deliberate modesty, this financial figure represents a unique and distinct form of success. It is a success meticulously constructed on principles of unwavering consistency, profound restraint, and strategic long-term planning. With his financial security unequivocally solidified, David Jason made a decision rarely observed among established stars. He opted to exchange public visibility for profound privacy. This deliberate choice led him away from the relentless glare of the spotlight and toward a tranquil rural residence in Buckinghamshire, a place where true wealth is measured not by the volume of attention received, but by the depth of peace attained. Buckinghamshire Country Home. Following his marriage to Gil Hinchcliffe in 2005, David Jason made a significant choice that speaks volumes about his personal character, far more eloquently than any red carpet interview could ever articulate. Eschewing the allure of London's prestige or the ostentatious flashiness of coastal living, he established his home in Ellsborough, Buckinghamshire, a village so remarkably tranquil it feels intentionally removed from the superficialities of celebrity culture. The estate itself is discreetly situated away from the main thoroughfare, sprawling across approximately 2.67 acres, effectively creating an immediate buffer against urban noise, traffic, and intrusive public curiosity. There are no imposing gates or ostentatious security measures to be found here. Instead, one encounters an abundance of space, true, unadulterated space. From the rear of the residence, the property gracefully extends into uninterrupted vistas, encompassing meticulously maintained gardens, rolling pastures, and protected countryside beyond. The principal dwelling is a detached 4-bedroom residence, thoughtfully designed for comfortable living rather than for outward display. Upon entering through the front door, one is welcomed into a practical and uncluttered foyer. There is a distinct absence of theatricality or wasted space. To the left, doorways lead naturally into the inviting living room, a convenient bathroom, and a functional coat closet, all thoughtfully arranged with the pragmatic logic of someone who prioritizes comfort and utility above all else. The kitchen and its adjacent breakfast area are seamlessly integrated with the main living space, reinforcing the convivial atmosphere of a home intended for daily use and enjoyment, rather than for staged presentations to guests. From the living room, the house unfolds with an easy, organic flow. One pathway leads to the formal dining room, while expansive sliding glass doors open into a sun-drenched garden room, flooded with natural light. Another set of doors provides access to the utility room, which itself features French doors opening out onto the rear grounds, facilitating a smooth transition between the serene indoor environment and the inviting outdoor spaces. This architectural layout prioritizes a sense of effortless flow, abundant natural light, and a quiet, harmonious continuity, rather than seeking to impress with dramatic architectural pronouncements. Ascending to the upper floor, the design philosophy remains consistently understated. The bedrooms are conceived as private sanctuaries, sensible in their proportions and deliberately understated in their decor. One of the bedrooms benefits from an ensuite bathroom, offering an added layer of comfort without unnecessary opulence. There is no pretension to transform the upstairs level into a lavish suite. Instead, it evokes the feeling of a personal retreat, intended primarily for rest and rejuvenation, rather than for dramatic personal reinvention. Externally, the property's grounds speak for themselves. Over 2.6 acres of land unfold into picturesque pastures, offering ample space that is well suited for the potential addition of stables and even for the pursuit of horse breeding. For those accustomed to American notions of grand estates, this is less about ostentatious displays of wealth and more akin to the private, unpretentious charm of a rural ranch, minus any cowboy theatrics. Ample private parking is available, complemented by a 3-car garage, and the sheer expanse of the grounds provides such a profound sense of breathing room that time itself seems to decelerate the moment one steps outside. This is not a residence constructed with the primary intention of impressing unfamiliar visitors. It is a sanctuary meticulously designed to safeguard peace and tranquility. Every design choice, from its secluded location to its thoughtful layout, reflects the deliberate decision of a man who rightfully earned the opportunity to recede from public view and then actively embraced it. Curiously, this same understated logic extends beyond his domestic environment, permeating even the selection of vehicles he chooses to house within that garage. The very automobiles that represent the most conventional symbols of success he possesses. And even this aspect of his life unfolds without any hint of ostentation. The Jaguar XK8, acquired in the late 1990s, boasts a 4.0-litre V8 engine, producing approximately 290 horsepower. It is characterized by smooth acceleration, elegant, elongated lines, and was engineered for comfortable high-speed cruising rather than for making a statement at traffic lights. In an American context, it aligns more closely with the spirit of a classic grand tourer than a performance-oriented muscle car. The XK8 subtly communicates achievement, while simultaneously signaling a distinct lack of necessity for overt pronouncements of that success. Then comes a delightfully ironic addition. The Reliant Regal Supervan 3 is notoriously slow, awkward in its design, and famously unreliable. Its diminutive engine barely qualifies as performance-oriented. And herein lies the profound point. This is the iconic van made famous by Del Boy in Only Fools and Horses. By retaining ownership of this vehicle, Jason demonstrates a rare quality among affluent entertainers, a profound sense of self-awareness. It serves as a poignant reminder that he has never forgotten the origins of his financial good fortune, nor lost the capacity to find humor in his own journey. The Sunbeam Alpine brings the collection back to a sense of elegant simplicity. This is a lightweight British roadster from the 1950s and 60s, a vehicle that prioritized balanced handling and clean design over brute force. It features modest horsepower and a low weight, making it a car perfectly suited for leisurely drives along country lanes, rather than for high-speed freeway travel. The Alpine embodies a spirit of nostalgia and measured restraint. It is about the pleasure of the drive itself, rather than the mere pursuit of the destination. It perfectly complements the persona of a man who values the passage of time more highly than mere speed. Collectively, these automobiles do not proclaim success. They quietly whisper intention. Each vehicle appears to resonate with a distinct chapter of Jason's life: achievement, humorous self-reflection, and thoughtful contemplation. And with the same understated grace that characterizes his daily life and his choice of vehicles, David Jason has also chosen to extend his generosity, discreetly supporting causes that hold personal significance without seeking any form of public recognition. His philanthropy is characterized by a complete absence of viral charity stunts or carefully orchestrated displays of generosity. Instead, Jason has dedicated decades to supporting initiatives that prioritize genuine responsibility over superficial image, often working diligently behind the scenes, where public attention is minimal and the potential for meaningful impact is maximized. A significant portion of his charitable endeavors is directed towards causes related to children, education, environmental conservation, and health. One of his most enduring commitments is to the Shark Trust, where he has served as a long-standing patron. This particular choice may surprise some, but it aligns perfectly with his intrinsic personality. The organization's focus lies in scientific research, educational outreach, and the long-term preservation of marine ecosystems, eschewing the pursuit of quick wins or emotionally driven fundraising tactics. Jason's steadfast support has been instrumental in maintaining public awareness regarding critical conservation issues that rarely capture mainstream headlines, particularly outside of specialized academic circles. His active involvement with the RAF Charitable Trust and the Royal International Air Tattoo reflects another facet of his deeply held values, demonstrating a profound respect for military service and dedicated training. Serving as Deputy Honorary Patron since 1999, Jason has consistently championed educational initiatives directly linked to aviation and engineering. In 2014, he made a substantial donation of £125,000 to fund advanced flight simulators for the Royal Air Force Academy, an investment directed not towards enhancing his public profile, but towards fostering preparation, cultivating essential skills, and securing future career opportunities. For American audiences, this action is akin to funding vital training programs, rather than merely sponsoring ceremonial events. Education has also been a consistent and recurring theme in his philanthropic efforts. Jason actively participated in campaigns spearheaded by the National Literacy Trust, including the Pushing the Envelope initiative, which was specifically designed to enhance reading comprehension and literacy skills among young people. This represents a profoundly practical cause, chosen with quiet intentionality. While improvements in literacy may not generate extensive media coverage, their impact on individual outcomes is undeniably transformative. This philosophy mirrors his own life experience, where the establishment of solid foundations held far greater significance than the pursuit of immediate acclaim. He has also lent his support to broad national fundraising initiatives, such as Sport Relief, now integrated into Comic Relief, actively participating in appeals and awareness campaigns, without positioning himself as the prominent figurehead of these endeavors. Similarly, his involvement with cats' protection underscores a personal and deep-seated concern for animal welfare. Again, this is a cause that operates far removed from the superficial allure of celebrity glamour. One of his more hands-on roles was with Wings of Hope, where Jason served as a principal judge for the organization's prestigious Achievement Award. This program is dedicated to providing educational support for orphans and underprivileged children, recognizing and celebrating perseverance rather than mere popularity. In 2013, he also recorded poignant appeals for Home Start Kirklees, a charity dedicated to supporting families facing significant pressures, utilizing his vocal talents not for personal promotion, but to lend crucial credibility to the organization's vital mission. Beyond these specifically named organizations, Jason has consistently and discreetly supported initiatives focused on cancer research and children's hospitals throughout the years. There are no grand public announcements of total contributions, no accompanying press tours or media fanfare, merely a steady and unwavering commitment spread across decades. In a cultural landscape where philanthropic endeavors often serve a dual purpose as sophisticated branding strategies, David Jason's approach feels refreshingly anachronistic. His method is simple: give consistently, and consistently remain out of the spotlight. And that inherent instinct to preserve what is genuinely meaningful in private does not cease with his charitable activities. It extends directly into the most intimate aspects of his personal life, profoundly shaped by love, enduring loss, and the unexpected joy of a family discovered later in life. Personal life. For a considerable period, Jason shared his life with Welsh actress Miffanwy Talog. Their profound connection spanned 18 years, maintained deliberately away from the public eye and largely shielded from intrusive public attention. When Talog received a diagnosis of breast cancer, Jason unhesitatingly set aside his professional commitments to provide her with dedicated care. This was not a performative gesture for media attention, but a deeply personal commitment that defined a pivotal chapter of his existence. He remained steadfastly by her side until her passing in 1995. Her loss left an indelible mark, further reinforcing his deeply ingrained instinct to protect his private world with the utmost care. Several years later, life presented him with another unforeseen blessing. On the 26th of February 2001, at the age of 61, Jason became a father for the very first time when his partner, Jill Hinchcliffe, gave birth to their daughter at Stoke Mandeville Hospital in Aylesbury. In an industry where parenthood often either commences at a very early age or is not experienced at all, this significant life event arrived relatively late, fundamentally reshaping his priorities at a stage when many actors are contemplating a winding down of their careers. Jason and Hinchcliffe formally married in 2005, subsequently establishing a fulfilling family life in Buckinghamshire, deliberately distanced from the prying eyes of the press and the constant noise of professional demands. Fatherhood at this mature age brought a profound sense of perspective rather than a desire for personal reinvention. Jason consciously chose not to transform his private life into a public spectacle or a narrative for mass consumption. Instead, he embraced an even deeper level of discretion, prioritizing steadfast stability and his tangible presence in his family's lives over the fleeting allure of public visibility. Friends and colleagues have frequently described this period as one in which his professional ambitions gradually softened, supplanted by a profound yearning for balance and the comfort of a predictable routine. Then, in 2022, another unexpected chapter in his life unfolded. Jason learned of the existence of a second daughter, born in 1970, from a brief relationship with actress Jennifer Hill, a fact he had remained entirely unaware of for over 5 decades. This revelation arrived with remarkable quietude, devoid of scandal or public discord. For Jason, it was not a moment of public reckoning or dramatic confrontation, but rather a private recalibration of his understanding of family, broadened significantly in his later years. There were also stark reminders that even when actively avoided, fame never truly disappears entirely. In September 2017, authorities disclosed that a credible threat had been issued against his life. Specific details surrounding the incident remained scarce, and no clear motive was publicly disclosed. True to his long-established character, Jason refrained from making extensive public commentary. This unsettling incident served to underscore his enduring preference for privacy and likely served as a validation of the life choices he had made years earlier to reside far from the public gaze. These distinct moments collectively reveal a life that has never adhered to a simple, linear narrative. Love arrived early and proved enduring. Loss was experienced profoundly and processed with quiet dignity. Fatherhood came as a late but cherished gift, and his family expanded in unforeseen and heartwarming ways. Throughout these varied experiences, David Jason has remained remarkably consistent, fiercely protective of that which matters most, demonstrably disinterested in public confession, and steadfastly grounded in a personal life lived predominantly away from the camera's lens. And in many significant respects, this profound restraint may well be his most enduring and impactful role of all. If you found value in exploring the nuanced success, the private existence, and the remarkable, extended journey that underpins David Jason's enduring legacy, please know that your support is genuinely appreciated more than words can convey. Kindly consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with anyone who appreciates narratives that delve deeper than superficial fame and sensational headlines. Until our next exploration, thank you for your viewership and for being an integral part of our storytelling journey.